the top 10 quarterback coach combos in the league. Now, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. We're counting down from 10 to 1.
Number 10.
Let's go with Kevin Stefanski and Deshaun Watson. I know that's not going to be popular since Watson was so putrid last year, and Stefanski may be coaching for his job. This is kind of a buy low for me. Stefanski, remember, he was the guy who took Baker Mayfield. Yes, Baker Mayfield to the playoffs, and they pushed the Chiefs in the game where Mahomes kind of dinged his head. And the Browns could have had a shot. Stefanski didn't totally trust Mayfield. You knew that was the beginning of the end. And Watson, when healthy and not suspended and in trouble with the law, was phenomenal in Houston. Last year, he had the suspension. I mean, he basically was out for a year and a half. And my guess is Deshaun Watson returns to form. Stefanski and the Browns are good. Remember, Vegas has them at 9.5. I don't totally see it, but I'm not going to discount them because I trust the guys in the desert. So number 10, Stefanski and Deshaun Watson.
Number 9.
Let's go with the Jags, Doug Peterson and pretty boy Trevor Lawrence. I know it started rough last year. It was actually really bad for Trevor Lawrence with his previous coach. A total disaster. Peterson comes in, and they kind of struggle, 3-7 start, and then they caught fire, get hot, beat a couple bad teams down the stretch, and Lawrence started to look like the quarterback we thought he'd be coming out of Clemson. First winning season and playoff appearance since 2017. They were down 27 points to the Chargers, and Lawrence kind of put the team on his back. And 25 touchdowns, 8 picks in the first season. He's a good coach. Peterson, we know, has a Super Bowl win. I think Trevor Lawrence will probably end up winning a Super Bowl in his career, maybe more than one. He's very good. So number 9, Peterson and Lawrence.
Number 8.
All right, let's go with the Bengals here. This is where we start to get a little sus. I got to be honest. I know Zach Taylor has been with Burrow, and they've had an AFC championship and a Super Bowl. I still am not a believer in this guy. I believe the defensive coordinator has been great. We've seen them scheme up some stuff. But when you look at Burrow and this offense, is this Zach Taylor or is it Joe Burrow? I mean, maybe it's a little bit of both. They got the playmakers. I'm just going to give them the nod here. Initially, I had them out of the top 10. Then I knew a producer on the staff would get very upset if I did not include Taylor and Burrow. Burrow's a superstar quarterback. I think he's an MVP of the league this year. But what do you do with Taylor? I don't know, so I put him in at 8. Argue with me online if you want. I'll probably not respond.
Number 7.
Let's go with a guy in McVay and a quarterback in Stafford. They just won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. You can't have them much lower than this, right? I know Stafford's now 36. He's got the elbow problems. But, man, that season when they were cooking together, how good were they? Stafford's postseason was the stuff of legend when he took the Rams to the Super Bowl. Comeback against the Niners. I'll never forget being in the building for that one. That throw to Cooper Kupp against Tampa after the Rams blew a massive lead. Just an awesome, awesome run. I hope they can recapture some of that magic, but I'm a little dubious of the rest of the squad.
Number 6.
Oh, boy. I got to give him a mention. I don't like him. Genius Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa, who's coaching, a quarterback in Tua who can't stay healthy. That's just the reality. He's taking some hits. He's now doing, Taekwondo in the offseason. He's trying his best to stay healthy and absorb hits. I don't know if he could do it, but let's put some respect on this duo. When Tua's healthy, McDaniel was cooking up some good stuff, and they look sharp. Pains me to say it as a Jets fan, but these two, they're on the list, and I don't know if Aaron Rodgers will make the cut.
Number 5.
Number 5. Kind of a theme since we've been hosting together, Alex. I've got Kirk Cousins and Mr. Kevin O'Connell together. First year together since the Vikings moved on from Mike Zimmer. 13-4, won the division. Kirk Cousins, by many metrics, was a top 8 quarterback last year. Not all metrics. They went 11-0 in one-score games, best in NFL history. Kirk Cousins led the NFL with 8 game-winning drives last season. That tied for the most in single-season NFL history. Folks, Cousins was awesome last year. I know they got a little lucky, and that happens. You need some of it. There'll be regression. But for me, they're in the list, checking in at number 5.
Number 4.
This is probably premature. It's off one really, really spectacular season. But give me Sirianni and Hurts, 23-11 over the last 2 years together. Hurts, how about this start? 21-4 in the last 25 starts for Jalen Hurts. Just a tremendous run for this kid. He would have been the MVP if he had stayed healthy last year down the stretch. It's funny. We went into the Super Bowl. I remember being in Arizona, and they were like, well, Hurts is probably not going to be 100%. He was unbelievable in the Super Bowl. 374 total yards, 4 touchdowns, kept the Eagles in the game. I've got him at 4. There's a case that could be 2.
Number 3.
Ah, yes. Here we go. Not a really predictable one, but I'm going to go with Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson. Harbaugh is one of the most underrated coaches in the league, and Lamar Jackson has won an MVP, and when healthy, the Ravens are a Super Bowl contender. So I know this isn't like a marriage, so to speak, with like an offensive mind and a quarterback. Harbaugh was a special teams dude. But I think healthy Jackson got his contract. All the nastiness is behind him, and I love betting on Harbaugh as a coach. This tandem is really strong. Number 3, Harbaugh and Lamar.
Number 2.
Haven't seen them do a game together yet, but why not? Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. Stop. Alex and Ryan are beside themselves here. Sean Payton has proven he is a quarterback genius, former quarterback himself. Look what he did with Drew Brees. I mean, come on, guys. Sean Payton knows offense. He did. Look at his numbers with Teddy Bridgewater. And Russell Wilson, I'm hoping last year was an outlier under that guy named Nate Hackett. I'm a believer. Russ and Payton, I think they're good. Again, we're going body of work. This isn't right this second based on what they did last year. Body of work matters. Payton's a stud. Wilson's a Hall of Famer. Yes, Hall of Famer. I've got him at 2.
Number 1.
Come on. This is a layup here. Anybody who disagrees, just, you're not paying attention to football. Mahomes and Reid, what they've done together, I should probably just throw away the notes here that the staff gave me. But as a coach-quarterback combo, 75-19. Like, nobody can touch that. That's unbelievable. These two are tremendous.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.